Hey everyone, welcome to the masterclass. This is the 3 secrets to gaining 1,000 Instagram followers in 30 days without ads, an existing audience, or press. I'm really excited to jump in and teach you these methods so that you can grow over the next 30 days. And no, Instagram growth doesn't have to take hours each day or require you to stifle who you are in order to become that cookie cutter success. It's really about being real and authentic. There are formulas that work for growth, and you know what? Combining those 2 factors can result in mega fast growth and sales. So I really enjoy teaching this class because once you've learned it and watched it all, you can actually implement what you've learned right into your account and see quick wins really quickly. Just like Katie, she took this class and in a month and a half, she gained over 2,000 followers, and now she's even doing Instagram marketing for her clients, and all she did was take this class. So I normally grow accounts for clients or teach others how to grow their own accounts. But this class, I get to share the best of what's worked for me and what continues to work for me and my students today. So that way, if you apply the teachings, you're going to see a shift in your account's growth fast. If you've tried to grow on Instagram before and it hasn't really worked for you, I just want you to know that it's not your fault. I know there is a ton of information out there and a lot of it can be really confusing. But many times that information overload just paralyzes you and keeps you from actually doing it and succeeding. For example, there's this idea of people buying likes and followers. That can be really paralyzing because you're not sure if that's why people are growing so big or if that's what you need to be doing to really grow your account. But the truth is, brands, followers, they can see right through that stuff. I have been on the brand side, I've represented brands, and yeah, you can believe that we're doing our homework to ensure that someone who's pitching themselves as an influencer actually has a real and legit following. Besides, it's not really the way to Instagram success. I know that you can do this, you just need the right steps and information put in front of you. Just like Kate, who also took this class, and within a month, she doubled her Instagram following. That's why we're here today. I know you're here because you have hopes and goals and dreams of growing your influence on Instagram, which can ultimately help to change your life because you're going to have new experiences and even bring in more sales to your business too. So my first goal for this class is to help 2 types of people. For those who are beginners, you're going to get action steps on building a solid brand on Instagram from the ground up. And for those who've been on Instagram a bit longer, you're going to get strategies that will help you gain 1,000 more Instagram followers in the next 30 days, and that's to grow your brand and your profits. My second goal is to share with you that an often underrated way to quickly grow your brand and influence online is through Instagram. And the fastest way to strategically do that is with a proven system that works, even if you have no time or can't take pretty pictures. So this class was specifically designed for those who are business owners, whether that's online or you have a local shop, and it's for those who are in business currently. So anyone who's a coach or consultant, strategist, an agency, you are in the right spot for this class. I've also designed this class for service providers who are looking to learn a new skill. So if you're a social media manager or a copywriter or a Facebook ads manager or a content marketer, you can learn Instagram marketing so you can offer it as a service to your clients. Lastly, I created this class for bloggers and bloggers who are looking to monetize through services or products or consulting or coaching. Plus, those who stay until the end will get a surprise, and that is 100% guaranteed. If you don't know me or we've never met before, my name's Elise Darma and I am a mega traveler. I've been obsessed since I was 18. That's when I took my first solo trip to Europe, like the day after my last high school exam. And these days, I'm often working remotely around the world with my own agency business called Canopy. I started that business over 4 years ago, and it was through growing Instagram accounts for clients. So since then, I've been able to earn a full-time income and work from wherever. I really like beaches like Costa Rica, Bali, Hawaii, Spain, all that good stuff. So these are the clients that I've worked with over the years, and I share this with you so that you can see that it's possible to learn something like Instagram marketing and apply it to your own business or even offer it as a service to clients. And this photo is me and my very first client, Shelfies, which is an e-commerce brand specializing in those photorealistic prints that you see in the photo. We were on Instagram in the early days, and we were able to hit 100,000 followers in just 6 months. So speaking of Shelfies, that's how I got my start. Back in the day, I was actually a social media marketer as an employee. And then Shelfies came along and asked me to grow their account. So I started doing that as a freelancer on the side. That's basically how I started my own business, because 9 months after that, I quit my day job. I had enough clients and I decided to focus on my agency full time. And then I also started traveling right after that. So in 2015, I spent almost 100 days abroad. And then same with 2016, I spent over 100 days abroad, and same with 2017. But it wasn't until 2016 that I even started to grow my own personal account. Why did I want to? Well, I wanted more clients. So I was going to grow my personal account as kind of a portfolio. But as I grew my personal account, my profits grew in a different way. And also so did my travel opportunities. So here's a quick illustration of what I mean. I know people don't love talking about salary, but I do want to be real with you because this is what I was actually making at each of these stages in my career. So as an employee, I was making about $45,000 a year. Then when I had my side business, I increased it to $55,000. Then when I became a full-time entrepreneur, I was making about $65,000 a year. And now as a full-time entrepreneur with a healthy Instagram following, my income is now at the 6-figure mark. But if you want to know something, when I started to grow my personal account in 2016, it was nothing special. This was one of my very first posts from 2012. Obviously, it was November at that time, and this is a screenshot because it's not up anymore. But I just posted this for fun because I don't think anyone was following me. Maybe I had a few friends, and I just, didn't even think twice really about it. But this is a screenshot of my account when I actually started to take its growth seriously. So I had 3,200 followers. This was in the spring of 2016. And that was after 4 years of being on the app. So at this time, I was building my business. Most of my clients were e-commerce brands that were selling physical products. So I decided to grow my own personal account to show them as proof that I could grow theirs. And it was the summer of that year when I really committed to growing it. So when I started my own personal account growth, I took a hard assessment of what my online brand was, and I realized that my posts were really random. I was using a lot of yellow filters, and in general, the posts had little value. Like there was no reason for someone to want to follow me. And that's when I realized, okay, I had a background in marketing and storytelling. Why wasn't I using that in my Instagram game? So then I narrowed in on shaping a brand for myself using storytelling. I put on my marketing and screenwriting hat, and I really shared a lot more in the captions. Plus, I became obsessed with quality and design. So I took away the yellow filters and I really curated my travel pictures so that they fit nicely and looked pretty together. And all these new strategies really worked and definitely paid off. Here again is the proof. So once I had my full-time business, I was about $65,000 a year. And then when I increased my followers, my business income increased as well. Plus, I applied what I learned to my clients' accounts and they saw similar fast growth. So they were super happy. So I totally understand if you yourself might not be in the marketing or social media world or growing accounts as a service for clients. Or you know what, you might not even have a service-based business at all. But I do believe that Instagram growth still applies to whatever you do, because whatever you do, it does entail building a brand. So traditionally, proving your influence or expertise or brand meant you needed client testimonials or LinkedIn recommendations, or you just waited for someone to refer your name to someone else. But I find this very hard because it's passive and you don't have much control over when those recommendations will come in and even what they'll really say about you. Having your own brand on Instagram that you own puts you in the driver's seat of your influence and expertise. So instead of waiting for other people to tell their friends about you and your business, you get to show them your influence and expertise with your strong following and the visual identity that you create through your feed. It's like your very own magazine where you are the star, if you want to be. You don't have to be, but if you are the face of your brand, then a strong Instagram feed is perfect. So there are a lot of beliefs out there about Instagram, and I think you're in the right place if any of these resonate with you. Number 1, legit Instagram growth is like a shimmering purple unicorn. Cool, but impossible. Number 2, my account doesn't grow because I don't have a pretty feed, and guess what? It's because I have no time. Is that one of your beliefs about Instagram? Or number 3, no one really makes money from Instagram. So these are the common beliefs I see coming up a lot about Instagram. I share them here because I've thought them all myself. And if any of those resonate with you, you are definitely in the right class. So if you want to let me know which one did resonate with you, feel free to open up the messenger chat and send me a message and let me know. But for now, I'd recommend finding a quiet space if you can, wherever you are watching this. You can feel free to open up your Instagram app if you'd like to kind of learn as we go through it. And again, pop me any questions in the chat box if they come up for you. I'd highly recommend to pay attention because Ramon took this masterclass and he gained 6,000 followers in 6 months. So you can really make an impact just from what you're learning in this class. All right, so let's dive into the content because I want to cover the 3 secrets to gaining 1,000 Instagram followers in 30 days. Here's what we're going to talk about. Secret number 1, my Instagram posting system that works. Now, this is even if you've tried other strategies before and saw no growth. Secret number 2 is how to 20x your account's growth, even if you have no time or can't take pretty pictures. And secret number 3 is why Instagram is the most underrated way to organically bring in $10,000 or more to your business. So let's start with the first secret to getting 1,000 Instagram followers in the next 30 days. This is my proven posting system. Now, my short answer to secret number 1 is using Instagram's features to their fullest. I'll explain what I mean. I've summed up my posting system with this acronym. It's checked. Kind of like check, but there's a T at the end, so it's checked. Checked is my 5-pronged method for creating effective posts. So let's go through it. The first C is for content. What I mean by that is high quality content. That's the first thing on Instagram. Instagram is such a visual platform. You have to have good, high quality, non-pixelated content. You also want it to be eye-catching. So that could be the way it's edited or the way it's framed. And in general, you want there to be good design on your feed as well. The second part of checked is hashtags. So we'll go deeper into these, but what I mean is to use strategic hashtags for your posts. And this is key because you want to be using ones that your future or target followers are already using. The third part of checked is engaging. So by engaging, I mean 2 things. You want to engage with your current followers. So by this, I mean reply to all the comments you get on your posts and be a real person too. Like, don't just say something generic or just an emoji, but actually give them a real comment in return. And you also want to engage with your future followers. So what I mean by this is you want to be reaching out to accounts that would make a perfect follower of your account. And then you want to engage with their posts. So the key here is to be real about it. Again, don't leave generic comments. Make them real, specific to the post, and unique. The fourth part of checked is captions. So with captions, they're really, really powerful. I treat them as a micro blog. So that's where I tell stories, I ask engaging questions, I really try to make it relatable and open up and be vulnerable. I even give value to my followers through the captions. So instead of holding all my tidbits of information in my blog post, I'll share with them some of them in the caption and then they can get all of them in the blog post. So what I like to do is choose themes that are related to your business, brand, or blog, and ones that you like talking about too, and switch between those. So for example, when I just started to grow my account, I chose travel as the overarching theme, so most of my posts were about that, but then I chose business and being a digital nomad as my secondary theme. So I pretty much just switched between those 2 topics whenever I was thinking about what to share. The last part of checked is tagging. So tagging is really powerful, and there's a few ways that you can tag. First, there is using the location tag. Are you including your location in each of the posts? Now, it doesn't need to be where you physically are in that moment. It could be the actual location of the post, which is handy if you're sharing a latergram. And the other thing is, are you tagging other relevant accounts in the post? So brands that you're wearing, tourism boards, if you're in the travel niche and they might feature you, or brands of products featured in the post, or other people in the post, or there are feature accounts that you can tag in your post. Those are the type of accounts that repost people's content, so you want to tag them so they can see your content. So there's a lot of tagging type of strategies, but for sure, you want to tag your location and you want to tag other relevant accounts in your post. There's this really cool stat from an Inc.com article that says by including a location tag in your post, you can actually increase engagement by 79%. So highly recommend at least doing that. So that is checked. And this is what's helped me create effective posts that continue to work for me even after I've hit the share button. For me, once I realized that I had to hit all these components in my posts for them to work, I made the switch with a 100% commitment. And what it turned into was, on average, about 200 new followers a day. And that's what led to that income boost that you saw in the graph earlier. So really, it was all by following that checked method. This is my former client, Karen. I started working with her in the summer of 2014, and she's got a really cool company. They make custom-made bride's dresses online. You can order them online from wherever you are. So when we began her Instagram, she had 300 followers and a feed that just wasn't sure which direction it wanted to go in. But we created a strategy and I used checked for every single post, and we grew her account to over 10,000 followers. And today she's at over 20,000. So lots of potential customers there. Now you might be thinking, okay, all this sounds great, but I've tried things like this before and it didn't help. Like, I literally saw no growth or sales to my business. This comes back to that first common belief where Instagram growth sounds cool, but it's kind of impossible. I'm guessing you've tried things like this before and it didn't work. But you know what? The truth is there's a lot of junk out there about Instagram. There's stuff on shadow banning or megacorp Facebook, reducing your reach, or Autobots and all this stuff that's just designed to keep you from growing. Well, the truth is people are going to tell you that stuff because do they want you to grow? They might not, right? More growth from you means more competition to them or other big accounts. But from what I've seen, Instagram actually prioritizes your account and rewards it when you use all of its features to the fullest, just like checked. So I've had other students take this same class, they used checked, and they've gotten these results. This is someone who left this comment on my Instagram, and their Instagram followers went from 220 to 715 in 3 weeks. And this is Naomi, who has gained 600 followers, but I think more importantly, she's gained 10 more clients to her business as well. So once you make sure that every post is effective using checked, the growth possibilities to your account could also mean new opportunities in your inbox with clients or partners or collaborators, or new subscribers to your mailing list, or even brand partnership opportunities. Believe me, the options are kind of endless. Okay, on to secret number 2. We're going to talk about how to 20x your account's growth even if you have no time or can't take pretty pictures. So the checked posting strategy is one thing, but how do you actually grow your following if you have zero time? It starts with being proactive for about 10 minutes a day. And by that, I mean using hashtags. Hashtags are the number one way to get proactive on Instagram so that you're finding and attracting your target followers. But the thing is, most people are using hashtags wrong. Here are a few examples of what I mean. People are using hashtags that have millions and millions of posts associated with them. And what happens with these hashtags is they are typically targeted by spam bots or they get auto comments. But most importantly, when you use these really big hashtags, you're not being seen by your target followers at all. You're just getting buried in them. So the number one mistake I see people make with hashtags is actually not using them at all. Hashtags are a tagging system. Think of them as the SEO of Instagram, because things that you write in your caption are not searchable on Instagram, but the hashtags that you use to tag your post are. So using hashtags helps you get found by new people. I also see people using the wrong hashtags, so those ones that have millions of posts associated with them. Again, you won't be seen when you're using those hashtags, especially if you want to trend in the top 9 for those hashtags. The other mistake is not using enough. So at this time, you can use up to 30 hashtags, and I say to use them all because each one is an opportunity to be found by new people. Lastly, people do not interact with hashtags at all. So again, you want to be interacting with people using those same target hashtags because they are your target followers, right? So I suggest to spend about 10 minutes a day, and this is assuming that you're posting daily, interacting with hashtags that you used on your post. And you'll not only potentially trend in the top 9 for those hashtags, but you'll also get exposure to new accounts. And by sharing high quality comments, you will leave positive notifications for new accounts wherever you go. They're going to get a new notification from you and then voila, check you out and hopefully follow you. Now, if you're hearing this and feeling like, okay, why bother with a posting system or hashtags to grow if I don't even have a pretty feed and I have no clue what to post? Because, I mean, let's face it, who wants to see my messy home office or me working in my pajamas? And I totally get that. This comes back to that common belief about Instagram where you feel like your account doesn't grow because you don't have a pretty feed because you don't have time. And the truth is there are many types of Instagram accounts that can be successful. And you know what? You don't even have to be in your posts if you don't want to be. So accounts that aren't lifestyle based or based on a real person or you as the face of your brand, they can be things like a feature or repost account. And if you check out the Girls with Gluten account, that's what that is. They might be posting some of their original content, but they're mostly reposting other people's content, and that's how they're growing. You can also create an inspiration account. So check out the Canopy feed right in the middle. You'll see a lot of inspirational tropical pictures there. And this is my agency's account, so I'll let you in on a little secret. 95% of the images there are stock images. They're not even ones that we're taking, we're just curating. So again, you don't really see us in that feed either. The other type of account is a meme or a joke account. So check out Beige Cardigan. There are no pictures of Jessica, who's behind this account. She's just created or curated memes. This is Claire's account. She's an SEO expert serving solo entrepreneurs and bloggers. When she hit 1K, she told me that Instagram was the biggest driver of traffic to her main opt-in for her business after paid ads. So even with 1,000 Instagram followers, she was still growing her mailing list, which was growing her business. But the thing is, do you see any photos of her in the feed? There she is in her profile picture, and although her business is based on her and her services, she's designed a feed where she doesn't have to be in it if she doesn't want to be, and yet her business still continues to grow. Remember my client Karen, who we grew to over 10,000 followers? Well, on Karen's feed, we were posting pictures of dresses or flowers or cupcakes, basically wedding inspiration pictures that would attract her target audience. And this is what it looked like. There was no modeling required from us, and yet she still grew to 10,000 and then 20,000 followers. So speaking of followers, we want them to be your ideal follower, right? You don't need 1 million random followers. You can do very well with 1,000 targeted followers because these are the people who are going to turn into a client of yours or a customer or a fan who will support your brand promotions. So why is Instagram the best place to find your target people? It's because engagement on Instagram is higher than any other social platform. This is a Forbes.com article. In a survey of more than 2,500 micro-influencers, 60% thought that Instagram was the best platform for engagement. And Facebook was the runner-up, and it only received 18%. So not only is engagement considered to be the best on Instagram, but something else is the best there, and that's making money to the tune of $10,000 plus organically, meaning you're not paying for ads. So that brings us to secret number 3. Why Instagram is the most underrated way to organically bring in $10,000 or more to your business. I truly know and believe that you do not need 100,000 or 10,000 or even 1,000 followers on Instagram to bring in sales without ads. Why? Because with hashtags that target your ideal future follower, plus the algorithm that actually encourages you to post high quality content so that you keep your current followers engaged, you can bring in sales without ads. I'm not going to beat around the bush because a lot of people think that Instagram isn't a money generator and that it's just for pretty pictures or killing time when you're waiting in line at the grocery store or for posting selfies. But really, there are multiple ways you can monetize a following of even just 1,000 or under 1,000 followers. Obviously, Instagram isn't paying you to be on the app, but it's what you do with your following that actually makes you money. In my experience, there are multiple ways to make money from an Instagram following. Yes, you can sell products as an online shop, which you see a lot of brands doing on Instagram, but you can also make money by working with clients, as I do with my service-based business, Canopy, and brands. So brands might sponsor you or give you an experience or a product, or even pay you to promote them to your audience. Honestly, this was the biggest surprise for myself because when I started to grow my personal account as a portfolio for new clients, I found myself getting emails with new opportunities as a quote-unquote influencer in the digital nomad space. So being a micro-influencer with a strong engagement is actually super valuable to brands who are looking for you to promote them to your audience. So that means you don't actually need a product to make money on Instagram. You can offer services to clients, or you can be a thriving influencer, teaming up with other brands and creating partnerships. Meet Jordan, who took my course Instagrowth Boss, and she actually made almost $12,000 of revenue to her business because she booked 4 clients from her Instagram. And same with Gaia. Within 30 days, her account grew to over 1,000 followers, but she booked in a client, plus she had multiple inquiries too. So she was making money within 30 days. So how do you keep your engagement up as you grow on Instagram? So you don't need a large following to monetize, but you do need a strong engagement with the followers that you do have. And the key to this is to make sure your posts are actually seen by your followers in their now non-chronological feed. So here are 3 steps to beating the algorithm and having your posts be seen by more target accounts. Number 1, you have to have a targeted profile. What does this mean? What I mean by this is using keywords in your username, which is also your handle, and your name field, because those 2 fields on Instagram are searchable. So you generally want your brand name to be the username, and then in the name field, you want your target keywords, the ones that your target follower is searching for. And then of course you want to have a bio that's really less about you and more about your ideal target follower. You want them to know in your bio that they're in the right place. Now, number 2 is you got to be consistent with your high quality content, your captions, and your tagging. The key here is consistency. And this one comes back to checked, okay? So by ensuring that you're sharing high quality content, you're using hashtags, you're engaging, you're writing good captions, and you're tagging, all that consistent action actually tells the Instagram algorithm that you are a strong profile and that your post should be seen in the feed. And number 3 is you have to have proactive and strategic activity. Strategy is key here. So you've got to find out where your targeted followers are hanging out and engage with them. We talked about that with the hashtags. So what this doesn't mean is hanging out in those threads where everyone agrees to follow each other because sure, it looks good to boost your number of followers, but those accounts might not actually be in your target audience. And what good is it if you're trying to grow your followers to earn more money to your business? So the key is to focus your activities on target accounts in your industry. By following these 3 steps I just mentioned to beating the algorithm, you're going to have a greater chance at being found in all these wonderful places. So the search page, so that's where you're going to be found for tags and hashtags. This is the first example on the left. Here's a screenshot of my post that was trending for the hashtag remote work. The second place where you'll be seen is on people pages. So if you're tagging target accounts or feature accounts, when people check to see what pictures have been tagged of them, your posts are going to be seen there. The third place is places or the location tag. So that's the middle example here where my post is the second row and it's featured for the San Juan del Sur location tag. So just another place to be found by new people. The fourth place, and this is one of my favorites, is under the suggested users recommendation. So this is when people follow accounts that are similar to yours. So an example of this is on the right here. My account was recommended to be followed once someone first followed my friend Tour de Lust. The fifth place that you can be found is on the Explore page. So that's the button that looks like a magnifying glass. And then of course the news feed. That's where you're going to be seen by your current followers. This is Mike here. He came to me looking for help to grow his photography services business. He started with 150 followers, and there was no clear path of how to find local photography clients. But 6 months later, his account reached 4,000 followers. I share this with you because I know my methods and strategies work, not just for me, but for others too. Many of you will finish this class, go change things up in your Instagram game, and get more followers, plus more money to your business, which is awesome. But a lot of you might be like, wait, I need to know more. Like, how do I know if my profile will attract my target follower? And how do I use Instagram stories? And how do I know which hashtags to use? And do I need a business profile? And which tools do I need for all of this? And how does this all connect to my overall business? So hang with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to take you inside my program that actually helps you implement everything that I just mentioned. What it is your chance to take everything from my brain, which is 4+ years worth, and transplant it to yours. Because remember, when I started out, I really wasn't in a special position. I was a 9-to-5 employee, and it was just friends who followed me on Instagram. And then when I started to take my Instagram growth seriously, I had no audience to leverage. You know, I didn't have a following on YouTube and I just brought them over to Instagram, and I wasn't famous in the media or getting any press features. So I started from absolute scratch. And my point is, if I can, I know you can too. This is my program, Instagrowth Boss. It is the go-to course for business owners, entrepreneurs, bloggers, and influencers like yourself who basically want to explode their Instagram following so that they can start making revenue from social media today. So just to be clear, Instagrowth Boss is perfect for those who have just started their Instagram profile or for those who've been on it for a while and they're looking to up-level their game. Inside Instagrowth Boss, I have given you everything I've learned since 2013 about Instagram growth. We start with the foundations of how to build a strong brand on Instagram. Then I show you all the growth methods that I see working today for building an account for your business. And then I cover how to actually monetize that growth, because that is the whole point of why we're growing, right? In Pillar 1, we're going to cover the foundations of Instagram. So here are a few things that we go over, including what is your profitable purpose of your account and who is your audience and where are they? And what's your feed going to look like? And how are you going to plan out your content? How are you going to edit your photos? How are you going to make sure your post is perfect? And what tools are you going to use to schedule all of this, which actually makes it really efficient and addicting. Then in Pillar 2, we talk about locating and tracking your ideal followers, how to use hashtags so that they work for you, and then knowing which hashtags to actually use. I share with you simple formulas for building trust, plus all the engaging methods I know on how to grow. And then, of course, there's using Instagram stories, and plus all the growth tools that you're going to need to make all of this happen. Then in Pillar 3, I cover all the ways you can monetize your growth. So as a service-based business, I'll help you drive sales to your brand and your business. As an online shop, I'll again help you drive sales through your Instagram following. And as an influencer, I'll help you really grow that influence so that you can pitch to brands and get your name out there. So what's inside Instagrowth Boss? Well, you have the 3 pillars of learning, which includes foundations, growth, and monetization, and they have a value of $3,000. But I'm also sharing with you done-for-you templates and workbooks. So the templates you can literally copy and paste, things like an email pitch to a brand or an influencer or a press kit that you might want to create. So everything is done for you, or you can copy and paste it. I like to use Google Docs because it just makes it so much easier for the copying and pasting. But yeah, it's literally done for you. And then with the workbooks for pillars 1 and 2, they are there to keep you on track as you learn and grow your account. So the value for the done for you templates and workbooks is $1,000. Plus, I'm also sharing with you a 5-part email sequence template. Again, it's copy and paste. And if you are trying to grow your mailing list, you'll know that this is super, super valuable and important. So I take you through the whole process of how you're going to create your freebie, how you're going to set it up in the back end of your email system, and then how you're going to nurture those new subscribers through this 5-part email sequence. So it's really the whole plan for you when you're ready to grow your subscribers. Everything is inside the course. So that 5-part email sequence is a $500 value. And of course, you can't leave home without a cupcake because there are bonuses. So you can watch me as I quickly show you how I conduct my hashtag research and assess which ones I'm going to use for growth and which ones I'm going to ignore. Then the second bonus is photo editing tips and tricks, where I just use my phone and the built-in photo app, and I show you exactly how I edit so that pictures fit my Instagram aesthetic. Then the third bonus is all about quick graphic design for the non-designer. So this is how I create high-value graphics for my account, even though I have zero design experience and I don't use Photoshop. And then bonus number 4 is a demo of my favorite tool for influencers. So this is great if you want to spy on dream accounts, or if you are a budding influencer yourself. This is really, really cool for finding like target accounts and brands. Bonus number 5 is affiliate links and programs that you can use to further monetize your following. Bonus number 6 is an email template for when you're ready to pitch to brands. And then bonus number 7 is my 10 highest converting caption templates. So if you're ever stuck on what to say, you can just check out this template document and find one that works for your feed. And then bonus number 8 is a hour-long tutorial on smartphone photography. This is with me and another professional photographer, and it gives you a lot of good tips on how you can shoot just from your phone. So these bonuses are a $700 value. All bonuses together are actually a $1,200 value. So all together with the 3 pillars, the done for you templates and workbooks, the email sequence, and the bonuses, the total value of Instagrowth Boss is $5,700. Not only has all of this worked for me, but here's Lillian. She hit 30,000 followers, but not only that, she made money from promoted posts. She got 3 new clients, which added revenue to her business. Plus, crazy enough, she got a spot in Glamour magazine. Like, they literally found her from Instagram because she's an influencer in the big data space. And now she's gone on to hit over 50,000 followers too. This is Nikki, who's also a member of Instagrowth Boss, and since implementing her learnings, she's seen her following and her engagement to her yoga-focused account double. Plus, she's gotten more traffic to her website, and this has just been perfect for her because she's been able to book more clients into her classes. Now, if you wanted to hire my agency Canopy to grow your account for you, we actually charge $750 a month, so that's just done for you. So times that by 12 months of the year, you're actually looking at an investment of $9,000 for the year. The total value of Instagrowth Boss with its bonuses is $5,700. So as you can see, this is based on what I charge my own clients to do it all for them. Obviously, I'm not going to charge you $5,700 for Instagrowth Boss, but if all this course did was help you book one more client to your business that pays $1,000 a month and stays with you for 6 months, would a one-time payment of $5,700 be worth it? And if this course also helped you establish your name as an influencer in your field, generating more press and clients to your business, would a one-time payment of $5,700 be worth it? And if this course simply focuses your Instagram business strategies so that you're making the platform one more of your revenue streams, would a one-time payment of $5,700 be worth it? So I had 2 choices when I made this course. I could create a light version for those who are just looking for growth, or I could create a jam-packed version with everything that I've learned about using Instagram for business, meaning using it to make money. So the first choice meant that I'd have to go as cheap as possible to sell the course to as many people as I could. But I actually don't want just anyone buying it, because this course is really made for those who are serious about Instagram growth for their business. And I didn't want people in it who were just looking for aimless vanity metrics. So how much do you think Instagrowth Boss is worth for your business, blog, or brand? How many followers are you going to turn into paying clients? How many subscribers will you add to your list and nurture them towards sales? How much time will you save with a strategic growth plan in place and done-for-you templates? Again, the total value of Instagrowth Boss is $5,700. The regular price of Instagrowth Boss is $497. But for those who've stayed until the end, here's your gift. For the next 24 hours only, you can join Instagrowth Boss at $297. That's a savings of $200. But again, this is just for the next 24 hours. This is a private offer for you because you attended the master class. So right below this video, there is a big bold button. Be sure to click it and it's going to open up in a brand new window. Don't close that page if you're thinking about taking the leap into Instagrowth Boss. So you really have two choices right now. All the information you need on growing and monetizing your Instagram is waiting for you right now. Or you can do nothing, and doing nothing results in getting nothing new. Your business, your blogging, your scrolling will go on as usual. But if you're tired of aimlessly posting with no plan or purpose, spending hours on writing a caption with no new clients or sales to show for it, and you want Instagram to be a vehicle for your influence in your field, then Instagrowth Boss is your only option. I encourage you to take a leap of faith, because if it doesn't work for you, that's totally okay. Course investment can be scary, I know, but I also know the methods inside the course work because they've worked for me and my client accounts for years. At the same time, I totally get that it's always a little bit scary to sign up for something new that you've never done before. So I do have a 30-day refund policy from the day that you enroll. So that means if you join us, you do the work, and you still don't see the growth, I will give you a full refund. But you do have to show me that you gave it a solid try. So once you hit the button below and enroll, you are going to get immediate access to the 3 pillars of learning, the done-for-you templates and workbooks, the email sequence, the bonuses, and they're all worth $5,700. But for the next 24 hours only from the time that you hit that button below this video, you can join Instagrowth Boss for $297, saving yourself $200 off the regular price. So this course is really perfect for business owners, whether they're online or local, who are in business. So coaches, consultants, strategists, and agencies. It's also really good for service providers who are looking to learn Instagram marketing to offer it as a new service to clients. And it's also awesome for bloggers who are looking to monetize their traffic through services or products or consulting or coaching. If you haven't started your own service-based business yet, you are going to need a full curriculum, the kind that helps you take your current skills, or the ones you learn inside Instagrowth Boss, and offer them as a service to clients. My other course, Freelance Biz in a Box, is actually designed for people who've yet to start their own service-based business. And you're going to get it with Instagrowth Boss if you choose the payment plan. The real question is, even if Instagrowth Boss does half of what I've claimed and gets you only 1 new client, it will pay for itself within days or weeks. This is Kara, and she has taken both Freelance Biz in a Box and Instagrowth Boss. Since she's joined both programs, she's actually quit her job of 20 years and she's now running her own business. Guess what she's doing? She's doing Instagram marketing based on what she's learned in the program. So you can definitely bundle the 2 courses together to ultimately create your own freedom-based freelance business. So once you hit the button below, the new window is going to pop up. Once you enroll, you get access to the 3 pillars, all the templates, the email sequence, the bonuses. It's all worth $5,700, and you can save yourself $200 by getting it for $297 for the next 24 hours only. I do know that Instagram growth really is freedom, because the truth is I'm nobody special. I didn't have any savings or a rich boyfriend when I got started. I just spent years learning, testing, making mistakes, all to learn the Instagram code. And I know you can either go out and do it that same hard way, figuring it out for yourself as I did, or you can also shorten the learning curve by half or more by enrolling in Instagrowth Boss. Because within 4 years, I went from posting just for one client to making a 6-figure income, and it all started with Instagram. This is my story, and it definitely could be yours too. Plus, I do want you to know that Instagrowth Boss is updated regularly. I know that the app and the platform changes a lot, and I keep the course updated with what's working now, today. This is a comment from someone who's in the course after I provided a hashtag update, and she was just really happy that I did because, you know what, I know you have other stuff to worry about than what's going on Instagram. So if you're a member of the course, leave it to me and I will keep you updated on the latest. If you have any questions at this point, feel free to send me a message over Messenger. I will get back to you as soon as I can. But I do encourage you to get started below, to click that button. Again, you're going to get everything you see listed here immediately once you enroll, and you can get it privately right now for $297, saving yourself $200 off of the regular price. Again, that's just for the next 24 hours from the time that you hit the button below this video. That's all for this masterclass. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you inside Instagrowth Boss.